hit the little bell. Today's episode is brought to you by sunshine and good times, two things that Canada potentially may not see in the near future. Now, on to the video. Hello, VG family. Today, we're going to be premiering a new series on the channel called What's Spinning With. And to start it off is going to be a lovely darling I just adore called Jay Onrait, who is quite the eccentric. Let me give you a little fill-in on who he is and why you should know him. Now, for those of you wondering who Jay is a fabulous Canadian TV personality. He's a really great sports anchor, hosts a really great show on TSN called Jay and Dan with his really good friend Dan O'Toole, and they just have it. They got the chemistry. The comedy and the sports mixing gold. It is amazing. And for those of you who don't believe me, Sports Center, we see you. Roll the tape.
Emailed James to ask him what the problem was. He said he was eating a bag of chips during the broadcast. What kind of sports broadcaster eats chips during a broadcast? Thanks for sharing.
Wasn't that funny? Extraordinary. Extraordinary stuff, and he's a music junkie. So, of course, this happens. Roll the tape, Jenny. Roll the tape.
Hi, fans of The Vinyl Guru. It's me, Jay Onrait from TSN, and I was asked to pick 5 albums that I simply cannot part with. It's time for What's Spinning with me, Jay Onrait. This is my vinyl collection over here. I have about 350 records. I haven't been collecting that long, maybe since 2011, but I used to live in Kensington Market, and I had a record store there. Sonic Boom was there temporarily. Now it's on Spadina in downtown Toronto, but it was in Kensington Market for a while after it left the annex, and I pretty much was there every day. And one day I walked in, and just sitting prominently displayed on the shelf, just waiting for me to purchase it, was an original Canadian pressing of Neil Young's On the Beach. I also love the back cover too. Just a potted plant. There it is, On the Beach. Exceptional record, of course. Everyone loves it, especially the second side. Very moody, very atmospheric. Great 1974 Neil. I think it was about 74. Highly recommend that. Could never part with that. I happen to have a mother-in-law who is amazing and knows I'm into vinyl, and she always buys me records, and she usually buys them from an amazing store in Victoria, BC called Turntable Records. It's in Fantan Alley in Chinatown, and Ernie Brock, shout out to Ernie, always finds her great records like this Japanese pressing of the Rolling Stones, Let It Bleed, one of their very greatest records. Japanese pressing. See any Japanese here? Oh yeah, there's some right there. And it's a beautiful sounding copy. So everyone should have a mother-in-law who buys them Japanese pressings of Rolling Stones albums. Pretty good life I lead over here. Then, this one was really hard to track down. My friend Andrew Mioto, Miots on Discogs, found this one for me. I always loved Pavement, one of my favorite bands from the 90s. But I had a hard time finding Stephen Malkmus, who's the lead singer and primary songwriter of Pavement, his first solo album from, I think it was 2001, maybe it was even 2000, and it was just called Stephen Malkmus, and Andrew found this one for me. So I recently acquired this one, and I just love this record, and it's hard to find on vinyl. So there you go, a Matador release. There it is. So that's a great record. Then I have an interesting one here. So these were found at different places. One was, this is David Crosby's first solo album, If I Could Only Remember My Name. And as you can see, I have 2 copies. I believe this is the Canadian copy, first edition. And this is my American copy. This Canadian one came from the late lamented June Records on College Street in Toronto. And this American copy came from the last record store in Santa Monica where I lived for a few years. And just sounds amazing. Both of these records sound amazing. Look at this guy. He was out of his mind at that time. That's such a great artist, right? And a great follow on Twitter, if you don't know already. And then finally, another one I found at June Records, and probably the most valuable record I own, I would assume, is this 6-eye pressing 1959 of the highest selling jazz record of all time, Miles Davis, Kind of Blue. Oh, hi, Isabel. Oh, my daughter's here now, so I've got to run. Thanks for having me, Vinyl Guru. This has been What's Spinning with me, Jay Onrait. The 5 records I couldn't part with. Anything else to say, Isabel? Okay, see ya.
Well, honey, I hope you enjoyed that just as much as I did. He is fabulous, Jay, on and off screen. So links are in the description down below for his socials, and definitely let us know who should be next. Because there are quite a bit of people that have fabulous collections that we would just love to dive into. So let us know down below, and we might just be able to get that person on here. Don't forget to check out the Instagram, because I give away vinyl monthly now on there. So definitely something to dive into. If you want to have your chance on winning, follow the Instagram and you just might win. Who knows? Toodaloo, as always though, darlings. Ciao, ciao. Oh. Gosh, Jay is just fabulous. Gotta love him, honey. Oh.